to help people from the bottom, pick them up and pull them up. You have to really reach them from the bottom, pick them up. And, sorry, I'm thinking about a lot of my team members who are, they don't have, sorry. My team members, some of them, they don't have a lot of opportunities in this world. They couldn't find a job, they couldn't, and network marketing is one option that they can do to get them far ahead in life. So when Speed Wealth launched by Vincent Ortega, I watched the Speed launch, I was like, oh my God, this is ingenious, because I've spent the last 5 years learning about attraction marketing. I spent over $10,000 buying everything online, learning how to do search engine optimization, YouTube marketing, Facebook marketing, Twitter marketing, blogging, and everything, all this other stuff. So what I learned is to compress my knowledge. So I did this napkin marketing. It's called I say to people, you guys need to learn how to monetize your personal brand, because people buy from people, they don't buy from companies. So backtrack the story, I was also mentored by one of the top recruiters in the network marketing industry. He was also the ex-chief strategist for Donald Trump. So he was able to work with all the top Fortune 500 companies, such as Apple, such as Microsoft, big leaders. Anyway, so when he taught me the real network marketing, okay, so he taught me from scratch. So I watched exactly what he's doing. And all he did, okay, I know sounds crazy simple, okay, all he did was, talk to all my friends. I just make the introduction. He talked to all my friends and closed sales for me left and right. So all I did was to make the introduction. I built relationship and I made the introduction, leveraged my leader's success, and then he closed the sales for me. So backstory, forward up to that. Anyway, so then I got pregnant and I was looking for something to do online because I didn't want to do network marketing offline. And I love the attraction marketing industry because I was learning from people like Mark Hoverson, Katie Freiling, Jonathan Budd, a lot of these top leaders. I spent hours learning black hat tricks and all this other stuff. Anyway, so then I was stalking Fraser, okay? I saw him in MLSP and I'm like, who is this dude? It's this young, brash guy, and I was like stalking him for many months, like maybe 6 months, I think. And I was thinking to myself, how is this kid able to recruit people left and right on the internet? Okay. Then finally, I couldn't stand it anymore, and I was like, give me your link, whatever your link is, I want to sign up. I pestered him for his link, and then I signed up, okay? So when Fraser taught me his strategy, I was blown away of how simple it is. And, okay, you guys, I know some of you are not in Fraser's team, but my philosophy is if you want to be good at something, you have to master it at 10,000 hours. So I mastered Fraser McDonald's strategy. I messaged 100 people while breastfeeding and closing people left and right while breastfeeding because I mastered one skill. I mastered Fraser's skill. And it's very simple if I break it down to you, okay, very simply. All it is this. The first step to Fraser's McDonald's strategy is you build relationship with people who are new in the network marketing industry or the internet marketing industry because newbies, they're struggling, they don't have sponsors. So how would you feel when you don't have a sponsor, okay? If you were struggling right now, put yourself in a newbie's position. You know they're struggling. Put yourself in their shoes. How would it feel like, if you can help them, right? So you can mentor them. So you already have value. A lot of you guys always think, I don't have enough value and all this. No, you have value. You already have value. Even though you know just a little bit, but you know a lot more than the newbie. So what you want to do is build relationship with them. And I always say the same, don't think about recruiting them. You want to think about, just helping them, genuinely help somebody. So genuinely come from your heart to help them. Pick them up, feel it. Put your pain in their shoes. Yeah. How long have people been struggling? Sorry. I'm so passionate about what I do. Anyway, so when Fraser taught me his strategy, I focused on just one strategy. I did it very good, 10,000 hours. So then what I was noticing is that even though I'm a good closer, I was starting to look that people around me wasn't a good closer, and I got confused. I'm like, why are these people not closing when me, Fraser can close, Jaden can close, I can close, Mark Overson can close, of course. And I was thinking to myself, why are these people not able to close? So what I did was, one day, Sid Pettit was talking about ultra reading, and Sid Pettit is in EE, okay? And Sid Pettit was doing this hangout with some of the ASF movement team members. And then it was kind of long, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I know all this stuff. This is long, too long. I need to be, cooking for my husband and stuff like that. So I was thinking to myself, how am I going to teach my team members so that we can help them compress time? So what I did is like Fraser, the Facebook group strategy, the Angie Long Facebook group strategy. So what I did was I combined Angie Long's strategy and Fraser's strategy together. So what I did is I do step 1 to step 12. Step 1, I get them to download an app called Videofy Me. This is just to get people outside their comfort zone, because most people are even afraid to introduce themselves. So the first thing I do is I say, download this app called Videofy Me, then upload an intro video of yourself, and tell me why you want to be in the network marketing industry. And then they will tell you why. Okay, people buy from people. They don't buy the company. Their why is a lot more, to get them going, is their why they're doing this business. Most people, like you guys, the reason why you want to do this business is because, probably like you want to have time freedom, you just want to have enough. And that's the thing, guys. A lot of people think you need to make tons and tons of money. No, some people are happy with just $1,000 a month coming to them residually. Okay, so that's why I get people to tell them their why, the first things. And the other thing also, I want to see if they take action. Then if they take action, what I do is I build relationship with them through my phone. So I put myself aside. So as a leader, you have to nobody cares about you anymore. You have to put yourself aside. You have to think about the other person. So what I do is I connect with them on the Videofy Me. And the next step I do is I get them to do their $1 Million Day. Right away, I say, go and watch Mark Hoverson $1 Million Day. It's so powerful. And if any of you guys are not here, have not done your $1 Million Day, trust me, you need to go do your $1 Million Day, because it's so powerful. Especially if they're even on a 7-day trial, they'd be like, oh my God, I did my $1 Million Day. Then I tell them to post it on their Facebook, post it to the main group, post it to the main, my personal group, okay? And then, okay, I'm not going to talk so much, but I'm going to give you another nugget, okay?
You guys get value?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Right. I like it.
The reason why I love the Fraser McDonald strategy is because it works for newbies, okay? Now, there's a huge attraction marketer, okay, now I say her name, MP. She used a lot about Facebook marketing, Facebook fan page marketing, but if you're a newbie, you cannot afford to do Facebook fan page, because you're still like struggling inside with your demons, and people have all these deep psychological issues, things that they have not. That's true. I'm an advanced mindset trainer. I would look at my ultra reading. I will look at what they're doing, and I can tell where their level of mindset is. Because psychologically, people have a lot of deep emotional issues, things in the past. Like, for example, if you have not forgiven your mom, or you have not forgiven yourself, or these things will hold you back. Sorry, my husband always tells me I need to pause. Because I get so passionate that I'm like, anyway, I'm trying to pause. So there are deep psychological issues that prevent people from valuing themselves. And that's why you have to go through Mark Hoverson's training and Vincent Ortega Jr. training. Okay, so back to ultra reading, okay? So the next step I do is in my video.
Do you guys know ultra reading? Raise your hand if you know what it is. It'll be in pro pretty soon. There's a lot of things in pro that we're not. We'll get into pro here pretty quick.
Yeah. So back to ultra reading. So step 4 of my video, when somebody come into my team, I say, All right, welcome to Ultra Reading. Now, go ahead and watch the Viral 5 Formula video by Vincent Ortega. It's an hour long. Then I tell them, make a review, 2 minutes each. Break it into 5 parts. There's so much wealth of knowledge in that just one video. And then all I do is I comment on, if they're taking action, I comment on their videos. Again, remember, if you're a leader, you no longer exist. It's your people, so you have to comment, build relationship, because you have to give them encouragement, because people need encouragement. Okay? And then, anyway, there's several steps in my training, and then the last part is very, very important. Guess what? Anybody can guess the last part of my steps? Repeat. Kind of, but more importantly is when you talk to somebody in the network marketing industry or the internet marketing industry, you have to get them to delete their negative friends and families. Delete them all. Or make a new Facebook page, Facebook profile. Get them to add targeted prospects only. That means people who are in the network marketing industry, people who are in the internet marketing industry, the newbies, they're struggling. I see people struggling every day, and I'm just one person. I cannot help everybody. But now you guys have this knowledge. You have to get them to delete their friends and families. I don't care whether their friends already love them, and because subconsciously their friends and families are stopping them from taking action. Their friends and families don't believe in them.
This is just today. Someone from this group, doesn't matter who posted the picture, doesn't matter what, but it was a great picture. First comment was from someone in the industry, like, epic, awesome, right? 2 friends. You could just tell they were friends because they were dicks. They were like, nice bow. Fat, one was like, that's only a 20-pound bow. In case you know those bows, but I guess there's 100 pounds, I don't know. But it was just like criticism and like belittling, and it was bro. I mean, and in the dorm room, that's cool. Like in the public setting, I don't get that. That's. But anyway, so it was like nice, and then the other buddy was like, bad form, period. And I literally thought to myself, you know what? That's why you don't leave your friends and family. You don't. You literally can create new friends and family. I'm not saying you ditch them. Like, I'm closer to my family now than I used to. And I'm better friends to my friends than I used to be. But I have a whole new set of friends and family. And it's growing. And it's okay to like get over the emotional addiction you have to your identity bound up in the past. Really. It's totally okay. And so this is a concept I never thought of. Maybe a new page or a deleting. It's tricky. It's tricky. But everything you see evokes energy to you. Whether it has energy or not doesn't matter. Every item of clothing, every time you look at something, there's an evoking of a feeling that it gives you. And if those friends if you see their statuses and it annoys you, you should unfollow them. I do it with some of my best friends. I unfollow them. I don't want to do it. I don't like what you're doing. So I unfollow because the energy, you got to protect your energy. Jonathan Budd used to talk about that a lot. He's like, I just got to protect my energy. So I think you're talking about a super deep issue.
Yeah, this is super deep, guys, because when you're an entrepreneur, you are like a baby, you're like taking baby steps. And anything that will make you lose your focus to the vision, and that's the other thing I do with my team members. I say, create your vision. Your vision will pull you through, even through the hardest part. So create your vision first. The vision will get you through. And that's why you have to delete your friends and families that are not supporting your vision, it almost feel like they don't believe in you. And then it makes you doubt yourself. So that's never good.
And maybe the solution here, because that's the hardcore, and the balance, is like if there's a comment, just like address them, have the courage to address them, and just say, on my public Facebook wall is not the place for you to tease me on my dreams. For real, it's not the place. Can you not do it again? Just like, is that cool? I wouldn't do it to you. Don't do it. Is that cool? Or take the hard line and delete their ass. I don't know. They're just giving the hard line.
I follow Fraser. He's like,
Fraser,
"Wow,
so you're a deleter. But you know, a lot of it is some of it's circumstantial. And there's a time to maybe delete. There's a time to unfollow. I don't know. But the protection of your energy is extremely critical. But like, for instance, with your post, whoever I was mentioning today, it started off someone from the industry, epic bro, 2 douche friends, douchey comment, and that actually mitigated more of your industry friends giving shout-outs because they caught the negative energy that was allowed by you not deleting, unless you delete it, which you should delete it. Then you should text them and say you're a douche.
Yes, that's right. You gotta tell. Like I had to push away all my negative friends and families so much to do what I needed to do. And I see that with my team members. If they're struggling so much, and I say, listen, follow exactly what I tell you. Follow. So then I prepare their mindset. Okay, so the ultra reading is just to get them. And you have to get them on video, because when they see themselves, they get comfortable, and then they start talking, and then they start just like relaxing and just talking, and they just be themselves. So the first part of my training is I teach them how to just be themselves. Then the second part of my training is I teach them, now it's no longer about you. Focus on your prospect. Focus on how you would feel if you're in your prospect's shoes. What pain are you trying to relieve them? Is it that they don't have a sporty sponsor, or maybe they're overwhelmed, they're confused, or something, right? So when you do it step by step, they don't get confused. You see what I'm saying? So the second part of the training is really, it's not about them anymore. It's about other people. So what I do with the second training is I do syndication groups. James Stott, where is James Stott? Okay, right here. So James Stott is not in my team. He's actually in Angie Long's team. And I noticed him, one day on Facebook. And so I was thinking, because I have a bunch of team members who are professionals. They're more like, like Fraser is like, oh, badass, or, like the youngsters.
Fraser's a new era.
Yeah, the young entrepreneurs. Then I have, the older, more professional. So I had to think of, how am I supposed to put all these people together that are in the same personality traits? So that's why I put them in syndication group. Now, syndication group is great if you're part of the same ILN family, because again, my philosophy is that we're not here to be enemies with our ILN family members. We are here to teach people outside our industry why we do what we do. So when you are helping your ILN team members, even though they are your competitor, but you're doing syndication, what you're doing is you're attracting eyeballs to your posts by using edge rank. In Facebook, there is this thing called edge rank. So if you're posting by your Facebook profile, you're gonna get edge rank. And plus the energy of people being excited. Sometimes you see Layla go ka-ching, and then you also get excited, and then sometimes, even though we're not part of the same team, we comment on each other, but it gives you exposure, and also you're kind of helping yourself as well. It's a win-win situation. That's called syndication. So my process of doing business online, I call it the online network marketing. Just now when we were talking about cold traffic, solo ads, those are real internet marketing, really from cold traffic. But the problem with cold traffic is you don't know how to retain your people. So my strategy is more about retaining them for a long term and get residual income for the long term. So my process is actually longer. It's going to take some time, but longer. You're going to be able to retain and find your leaders. So my sponsor, mentor, Mr. Marty Hale, he was the chief brand strategist, and he was the #1 top recruiter in Momentous. He told me that the fastest way to become a millionaire is to recruit leaders under you. So that's why when I was talking to one of my team members, Peter Chong, I said to him, Peter Chong is, young guy, and he's like most young entrepreneurs. And I said to him, Peter, What you need to do is you need to find another Fraser McDonald under you. You need to find another Vincent Ortega under you. You need to groom leaders, pull them up to be leaders so that you can leverage off their success. So again, last story. I have a team member in my team. His name is Erwin Ensing, and he's a traffic genius. How do I know he's a traffic genius? Because I spent 5 years learning about attraction marketing, learning how to get media buys, cold traffic, black hats, SEO, search engine optimization, Twitter marketing, how to do the YouTube channel to make it like get lots of views and stuff like that. Okay. So he didn't know that he was a traffic genius. I said, "You don't know that you're a traffic genius?" He's like, "No, I don't know." He's like, and I said, "Well, I need to teach you how to close." Then he said, "But I don't know how to close." And I say, "No, you do know how to close. It's just that you don't know how to retain your people." So now I want to talk to you about the powerful ILN speed well system, and it works. Okay. So what happened was that Erwin Nixon, being a traffic genius, didn't know he was a traffic genius. He recruited a bunch of superstars under him, okay? And they themselves don't know that they are superstars. But I can tell because of my background in network marketing, I can pick up superstars very, very fast in my industry, in my team. And then so Erwin recruited Graham Jones, and Graham's over there. And I'm at the top of the compensation plan. That means I invested $12,000 in GRN and then $5,000 at the time with Home CEO. I don't know what's the pricing now. So when Erwin did an upgrade, that commission got passed up to me. So $6,000 go up to me from Graham. And then somebody in my team upgrades to Solomon CEO. I don't even know which team member that was from. I don't even know the name. I don't even know the person, and I made, the commission of that. And I was thinking to myself, this works. This speed well thing works. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is that what you want to do as a newbie. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna go slow now. What you want to do as a newbie is you want to do 2-minute ultra reading every day. Take out your phone, if you don't have video file, you can do YouTube. Just say, "Hi, my name is Usana Chan, and I'm here learning about Robert Kiyosaki," and then you just talk to yourself what you learned today, and then post it. Post it. So every day you're just doing 2-minute review of what you learned in the ILN back office. And then with my team, I know how to get them to upgrade to Pro. 90% of my team members are at Pro because I have a system where I kind of like do my ninja mindset thing and then make them upgrade to Pro. And then I get them to follow exactly Fraser's training, because Fraser has an ASF Mastermind Pro. I say to them, follow exactly what Fraser said. I get so irritated when they don't follow exactly. I'm like, why don't they follow exactly what Fraser said? Because the secret is already in there. Like, what more secret can we give you?
Maybe some of us want to hear what Fraser does say.
Yeah.
Maybe Fraser's next. No, David, first off, last stop. Wait for it. Thank you. In fact, does anyone know who Lisa Grossman is?
I love Lisa.
I know Lisa so well that I have a feeling that if... Hey, Lisa. Okay, here's the deal. We just want to say hello. We just want to say hi, Lisa. Ready?
Hi, Lisa.
Miss you, and we love you. We love you, and Agent just spoke, and we know that you have kind of mentored and befriended and been awesome. So,
Lisa is my idol.
see, you're my hero. We love you. All right, and that's called networking. No. So I'll send that to Lisa, and she will be warm and fuzzy forever. Thank you. Why do you believe in ILN right now? So you've been in a 25,000 company, something?
Yeah.
So so maybe this is the flavor of the month for you, and that's okay if it is. But why do you like it? Why do you like it? What's going on?
It is the vision. Okay, I'm going to talk on the spiritual level. Okay, I'm confused religiously. Okay, because my husband's an atheist, my twin sister used to be Muslim and then convert to Christian, and then my whole family is Muslim, and then I'm like confused. But
Which could get some followers.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, but I'm spiritually very aware, okay? Even though I'm not, I don't know what I am right now, but I do know that I have a good heart. And my twin sister is kind of coaching me about Bible stuff, and she sees the world spiritually. Sometimes she's talking about things that I have no clue what she's talking about. She's like, saving the soul, and I'm like, oh my goodness. This is too much for me. I'll go to Solomon CEO to learn. Yeah, because in Solomon CEO, he talks about the biblical stuff, and then I'm like, okay, now I understand what my twin sister is talking about.
I try to, and literally, I attempt to bridge
Yeah.
like, translate for normal life. I believe spirituality, I was talking, we were at the table, that I believe, so in the old days, I used to think, I would fast for 5 or 6 days only on water and have almost no interaction with humans because I thought humans were defiant. You can judge me because I judge you. But I thought humans were defiant, and I thought that if you had a dog, it was an insecurity thing because you didn't have enough satisfaction in God that you needed a dog. This is how fucked up. This is very bizarre thing. Today, like this is as real as it gets to me. Dog training the dog is that's what Adam and Eve did. The first things were animals. We were the first companions, right? So I've gone through my own confusion, and I'm a little less confused, I think. But anyway, this was funny what you said. Thank you. But back to your vision.
Yeah, so because spiritually, my twin sister would talk about, really helping people. She's not about money at all, she's all about helping, saving souls and stuff like that. So anyway, she said to me, she said, I have a big vision for ILN. We can help so many people through ILN. The philosophy is good, the people have integrity. This is the most powerful community that I've been in. People were not jealous of each other. People were just really truly helping. No matter which team they're on, people are still truly helping each other. And I don't see that with Empower Network. I don't see that with MLSP. I don't see that with any of other my network marketing companies. I don't see that. The only place I see is in ILN, where people truly care about each other. And I think that credits from Vincent, because Vincent started that community of, and I've watched Vincent, and I know he struggled through, because I'm an entrepreneur. I see my husband being an entrepreneur. He struggled through so much, so I understand the entrepreneurial spirit, the entrepreneurial mind. We have a big vision that people outside the industry, they don't understand our big vision. It's too big for them to fathom. The funny thing is that we're doing this for them. We're doing this to help our family and friends. And they're the one that's not believing in us. You know what I mean? So anyway, it's because of the integrity with Mark Hoverson, with the Solomon CEO. It's so amazing. I would tell everybody, if you want to take your business to the next level, Solomon CEO is it. It really is.
I'll clap. Well, that just tickled my little heart. Thank you. Do we want to take a 2-minute break and then hear from Fraser, or do we want to just
Keep
go
going,
right
keep
into
going.
Keep going.
Keep going. Fraser, get your ass up here. So, I want to, Fraser, let's give him a hand as he comes. Fraser, have a seat. My first impression of Fraser was, I'm over this kid. He's too loud, he's too obnoxious. I don't like him. And, but whatever, And then, you came for whatever that event, I don't know, whenever it was. Whatever that event was. Whatever that island. So you come and we hung out for a week. And the humility, I couldn't believe it, right? Humble, learning. He's at the supper table, just observing, learning, quiet, humble, listening. And then we'd be in the car, and just listen, learn, listen, learn, listen. And I thought, this kid, he's got a stage thing, and then he's got, I think, his real thing, and he's hungry, and he's learning. And the respect that you showed to me and to my family was so, it was almost like ancient, just this honoring to be in our presence, and I could just feel it. And so I kind of started believing in this young man. We have a long way to go. But the transformation that you've had with not just your income, but I feel like you look healthy. I think you look better. I don't know what the deal is.
I think that's being in Thailand.
Yeah, being
Colon cleanse.
more sun, colon cleanse. There's all sorts of interesting exercise plans in that. But you know, it's you pursued your dream and you meant it, and by doing that, you become an icon.
Sorry.
And you're on the way, but you can become an icon by going for your dreams all the way. Because I'm not going to speak for you, but I know how the deal works. You don't go to Thailand because he had $100K in the bank account and he just whipped on over there and it was just easy breezy, and then the next thing you know, he's just suntan. There was probably dollars in your account during this adventure, where you're spending it all. You're doing it all. You got to put down a lease or whatever you're doing, and it's a real act of courage to go after your dream. And I think what you're doing is you're living in that place of courage, and courage is contagious. That's what people want. They want to see people who are courageously doing what they want to do, and damn it, they're kind of doing it. And I think that's the chord that you're striking. He's kind of like The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. It's kind of like the unfolding life of Fraser McDonald. And it's striking the same chord. I'm bored, I want more, I'm hungry, and look, there's someone out there actually going for it. I want to do it. So I think that's the storyline. And then amongst it all, like, you're working like a bank.
Yeah.
And you're learning like a bank. And I remember little things like, just at least from some of the content, like that you would download and just listen over and over. Like, what's been the top training? Just like in your body, or just electrically. Now, download. Which one? Recruiting. 21 word for word recruiting strategy. You got to know that thing verbatim. You got to know everything. The whole deal. There shouldn't be any objection that you don't tactfully, elegantly handle. Elegantly. And so that's just you've been able to snap, sail, way faster. What's another thing?
Problem solving, all that. Yeah. That's the game changing guy. You're not being good at solving, you just have to do it. In my life, I'm transformed because of all the training. Like,
is it just been a mindset thing, or is it what is
mindset? Like, absolutely.
It's almost like a different. I feel like Solomon, because all that was for me is what happened to me, and then me just kind of like trying to say what happened. You know what I mean? I wasn't making stuff up. I was like, this is how I used to see, and this is how I see now because of that. So I think it just kind of like adjusts the eyes, and you're like, holy shit, it's not just a pen, right? Not just a pen. I see the world a little different. And I've seen you do that, but let's get a little more. The big drive for you right now, I know it's to get your team to 10,000 and all this stuff like that. But you personally, in your heart of hearts, what are you doing all of this for?
I want as many people as possible, not having to work an entire life, like 40, 50 years, and then just to retire and still have an average life. I want everybody possible to just go and live their dream. That really is what I do, like, every morning, get up and just try and inspire as many people as possible. That's the way. And like when I talk about it, doing 18-hour days.
Like that. This younger generation, I didn't even do this when I was. Everybody over 40 is looking at these deals going, where was this when I was? Oh, the only thing there was animals, and that was not this. This is a little different animal. And I was in there. I did all dog and pony. Treasure, I love it. So, break down, and you can walk and pace and shout and spit and bark. What's the Facebook strategy? Does everyone know the strategy? Yes. I feel like it's like a secret thing. I don't even know what it is. Maybe I'm the only one that's going to be learning.
Well, what is it in a nutshell? I don't know.
Guys, raise your hands if you've been for my training.
Okay.
Right. Who's who's messaging people?
Who's doing it?
So, guys, seriously, there is no secret to my strategy. I've got to where I am now from messaging 20 people an hour on Facebook. That is it. And giving value on my Facebook profile. Some people seem to, I don't know, refuse to believe how easy the strategy is. But seriously, all you do is you message people and you build relationships. There is no secret. There's a lot of people that I get messages all the time. Like, how do I post people? How do I bring them into ILN? And that's tying back to what Asia said. Don't even think about that. Just focus on building relationships, making friends. And then it's not a quick strategy. It does take time. It's like, just give value. People will just come to you because they see you as, you know, someone of value. And if you're another tip here, going a bit off topic here, recognize your team member's success. Because no one cares about me, no one cares about Mark, no one cares about Prince, no one cares about our success. People want to see that you're helping other people succeed. I mean, just because I make money, no, big deal. Just because Mark or whoever makes money, you know, happy days. If people see that you're helping your team see success, helping them achieve a better lifestyle, helping them get to whatever 5,000, 10,000 a month, whatever, it makes them believe, right? Okay, Fraser's helping this person do it. Why can't he help me? You know, it's simple. There's no secret to Facebook. A lot of people think this, but there really isn't.
Let me tell you what's not happening that I used to do that nobody followed. I was the only one in the industry that do it. I still don't get why everyone doesn't do it, because we're so good and nobody seems to do it. You want to know what it is? Yeah. You want addicted watchers of your content? This is addicts. Full addicts. You have a teammate who brings in $337 on your team. The video is Fraser McDonald interviews XYZ, who brought in 3 Island Apprentice sales in one day. Here's the strategy. That's the title of the stupid video. Hey, I'm Fraser McDonald here. Whoever. So here I am. And you say, so you did 3 sales, congratulations, that's awesome. Now all of a sudden, you become an authority stamp. You become a maker. See, in the mob, you make people. When you're the mob boss, there's a day where you get made. The day you get made is the day the mob boss decides you get to be made. Until then, you're just kind of grinding. Then you get made. Well, you can make people. Like, I didn't make Vince. That'd be too much credit to me. But I decided, you know what? We're gonna go for this. He's the next one. I set my eyes on him, and I'm gonna make this. Right? You can make people by interviewing them and say, okay, so here's the ad. Tell us, like, where did these 3 people come from in a nutshell? Where did one come from? Well, one was a buddy. Okay, that's cool. Where did the next one come from? It was a random Facebook friend. Okay, we're gonna get back to that in a second. Where did the third one come from? Well, it came from where? Okay, so it was a promoted post. Okay, show us the promoted post. Okay, everybody, this is the promoted post. Who did you target on here? Targeted people that like Jonathan Budd and Eric Ward and Mark Overson. All right, so when they click this, they go to this capture page. How much are you spending on that? I'm spending about $2.25, so that's close to significant stuff. Now, did they upgrade? Yeah, you're just asking questions. You're not motivating. You're not inspiring. You're not thinking of creative things to say in front of a camera. You're just showing and telling. And the coolest thing is the person that will buy and be the most impressed is the person who looks normal, who made 3 sales, which is $60, which is believable, it's called. And then all of a sudden you're just Larry King, just stamping them as an authority. And if you guys have teammates that are making 3, 4, whatever, like a solo, like your solo ad story, Jerry.
Yes.
That's a 5-minute interview.
Yes.
You know, 30, whatever. I personally feel sorry. But the title of the video is, you know, one solo ad vendor that brought 30 ILN signups in blah blah blah, and whatever you're transparent. And what the crazy thing is, you think, well, if I give that vendor. So first I have to say, okay, so really quick one, here's what happened. Spent $100, You got how many clicks?
32.
32
No, clicks or
Yeah, clicks.
actions?
Whatever.
Right.
You just sum it up in a little nutshell. Now, everybody, we're going to go into the deal. First off, and this is valuable, where's the vendor? Who's the vendor? Who supplied the list? Okay, everybody, if you go to demarque.com, this is where that comes from. We're not vouching, we're not affiliates, we're just letting you know that's where this strategy worked. All right, what was the ad that led to the capture page? Okay, it said this, and then this is your capture page. Now, walk us through kind of what happened next. Okay, that's awesome. So, okay, everybody, Jerry, just wrapping up. Proud of my boy. High five. You're doing great things. So now you're an authority stamper. You're an educator, and you're just generous and awesome. Now you think, well, the whole world's going to go and buy those solo ads, and then they're going to saturate out, and oh my gosh, they're not.
No, of course.
They're just going to want us to call you guys and sign up. People thought I was crazy. I would open my pay-per-click. See, I used to do things. I would open my $10,000 per month pay-per-click spend, and I would show my ad. I'd show my keywords. I'd show my targets. I'd show my cost per click, my cost per lead. I'd show my merchant account. I'd show my back end. I showed every damn thing. Everything. Competitors would come on. I said, hey, see, we got a bunch of guys from other companies on here, and I'm sure we got a bunch of spies. Guess what? You're welcome. I'm going to get a lot of value. And I just value. And people would blow. You know, in those days, like texting barely existed in those days. But people were just, I cannot believe you do that. And I said, well, you can't believe it. That's why I earn like 10, 20 times more than you every fucking day. You know, your scarcity will kill you. Your scarcity will kill your children. It'll kill your health. It'll kill your future. Your scarcity, your little greedy, hold on, my secrets, bull. Your secrets, the only thing you get when you give your secrets is a bigger sense of presence. That's all you get, more influence, more money. You guys okay with the passion? Yeah. That's why we didn't allow children. People want to bring some kids. I said, not tonight. I'm not going to throttle myself. But this is it. You see, Fraser's saying exactly what to do. You think, well, oh, great, everyone online is going to do it. Then you're not going to have anybody about the message. And, oh my God. And your scarcity is going to kill you. Like, it's going to kill you. It's going to kill your children. It's going to kill your future. Oh, it's going to kill all your vacation. All the dreams are going to kill. Scarcity is death. Generosity is life. So on this video, that's the video. And you want to have content forever? Just interview people that are winning. That's all I did. With Michelle, we've talked about MP. MP made another $5,000 this week. Okay, Michelle, let's go into it. Where's the ad? Here's the ad. Well, you got on the phone. What was their objection? They said this. What did you say? They said this. Oh, by the way, we have the new member on the phone. Hey, welcome to GRM. We're pumped that you're here. What are you most excited about? Well, I'm most excited about that. All right, guys, I hope you got some value today. Make sure you're pushing that seed. I didn't even have to get that creative. I just started magnifying everything that was good. And it drowned out everything that was bad. So, you got teammates making money. We tell you your next level, authority standing. Interviewing them. Saying, you know what? Hit them up. Hit them up. Blogging King, hit him up. Solo, hit him up. Asia, personal development, blah, blah, blah. She's leading all trading. She's your dynamic team leader. Encourage you guys, connect with them, connect with us, whatever. We love you in the family. Boom. Attraction will take care of that. And they'll still join you. They'll still join Asia. There's so much abundance. You have no idea. You have no idea. I wouldn't even take a sale to Jeremy forever. All I did was interview my teams. We had the matching back then. It wasn't a 50, the 50%, 10% is a big difference. We used to have match. So I just said, I won't even take the sale. I just gave it. Gave it. Now you don't want to do that in this comp plan. It's not, it doesn't incentivize that level, but it does incentivize like, hey, hit them up. Hit them up, whatever, it doesn't matter. We just want you in the family. This is powerful stuff. You do that, and pretty soon, it's like you're in a different. So that anybody who has teammates that have results, do that. And if you're getting results, do it for your own stuff. I just built, this is how I built the whole deal. So back to the strategy. When you friend message somebody, who do you message? I don't even get it. Random stranger? I don't know. You're your target.
Me, I mean, like, on graph sector, like, people who like, people who like Eric Worry who are under 25, because I like targeting people my age. And then from there, you guys have probably all done that.
You
right?
can do that? Eric Boy under 25? This is so
You can do anything on graph sector.
You're under 25, married, have 3 children.
This is so easy. You know, this is so easy. This world is so much easier.
It's not difficult. You just got to find the people that maybe you find that you or think that you'll relate to. And just message them. There is no secret. You've just got to do it. Like, be consistent with the strategy. You're going to see results. Period. Because one thing I learned from one of my mentors, Weldon Long, you cannot do the right things on a consistent basis and get the wrong results. People. It just doesn't happen. I mean, there's hundreds of people getting results from my strategy. I mean, who's got results? Yeah. There's loads of people. So all you have to do is do it. There is no secret to this strategy. It's just messaging people, building relationships, take what you learn from Mark, from Vincent, inside the university, and put it out on Facebook, and people will thank you for this. And this is what drives or will bring people to you. I mean, out of the, I think it was 700 direct salesmen, 95% of those people have came to me asking for my, like, haven't had the hard, like, close anyone, nothing like that. They're like, take what I learned from yourself and Vincent, and put it out there. That's all you got to do. There's massive, massive value, and that's what Vincent and Mark tell you to do. And you just got to do it. There is no secret to this at all. Facebook is so easy. Just people want to overcomplicate the entire process. Just do it. That is, like, just do it. That's it.
How many people here that really do graph search? Raise your hand. Okay.
So I can do a graph search on people that like Les Brown, 40 to 50-year-old men. Yeah.
You live in Japan.
And also like Ron Paul.
All right, so the question now is, here's a question. There's a question at it now. What's your challenge with doing graph search, if you have any? No, rate, if you, how many messages per day? You're doing 20, what's your challenge that you run into?
Are you copy and pasting the message?
People won't necessarily see it, it goes in other
Well, yeah.
That is mad. If it goes in the other folder, that is not mad. One thing I've found is that network marketers, internet marketers, they will check the other folder.
Yeah.
That's one thing I've found. So don't worry about that. It
It
doesn't matter.
really accidentally in the other.
Yeah.
Or they may check it out 9 months later. You posted that once.
Yeah, I mean, I still get messages now from people I messaged in the middle of last year. I mean, just because you don't get responses right away doesn't mean anything. Not everyone sits on Facebook all day, like, I don't know. No, not everyone does that.
Fraser, that's a good question.
I'm interviewing you. I'm gonna get to a subject. I'm going to ask him a question. This is real talk now, because I do a thing on Tuesday where we call it real talk. All right, so it goes to the spam box. What's your next challenge?
They immediately want to sell their product.
Okay? Now, hit it with overcome.
That's easy. All you need to do from there, what I did, is just really get in depth and find out exactly a bit more about them and how if spam is just the only way. And eventually you will find out like what they are struggling with, or you'll find a pain point. That's your opportunity to help them, not to pitch them, highlight, help them out, just give them free advice, and then thank you for it. I mean, one thing I learned from one of my top recruiters, Matt Williams, is if you just give people enough value.
Why isn't Matt here?
I don't know. I've not heard from him about 2 months.
Oh, shit, what happened? Yeah, what? Is he bound? Did he bound?
Well, apparently he's
Okay. Well, interesting. I like it.
Yeah.
I still do like it. No longer like him.
Yeah, he recruited me.
Well, that stuff's gonna happen. And the crazy thing is, and you gotta just come to grips with this. Sometimes, you guys are running and you're bros, you got the great synergy, something weird happens, some bomb, some weird thing, and then it's like that kind of thing happens. It's kind of icky, kinda, but it happens. It's just,
He did post once something about some personal stuff. That's why he hasn't been on, and I never heard from him. Yeah, no.
everybody, if you message him, tell him that we love him.
Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah.
okay, so what did you just?
If you just give enough value, people
Yeah.
will feel inclined to buy something from you.
That's the law of reciprocity. That's that whole jab, jab, left, right, hook, whatever. Maynard Truck's book, jab, jab, jab. Jab, jab, jab is value, 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 sale. Right? So you got, but you know, I do that very deliberately where I will, like I'll literally get on the phone with, I just did this with, it was a higher end day of consulting. And I was like, well, tell me what's going on. And I sat in there with every bit of like all the knowledge and every resource that I could summon. I summoned to provide some answers, some strategies for the immediate need for free. And then, it unlocked thousands of dollars for me because he hired me. Then on that day, I summoned it again, and it opened up whole other deal. So, but it's valid. You got to lead with the well. Clifton and Vincent. I wasn't ever going to be in this company. This was Clifton and Vincent's company, and I said, I'll meet with you guys, and Vince kind of shared what they were going to do, and I was like, I just don't do that. Yeah, so I had some concerns on. Some of it was just the evergreen product. The reason MLSP struggles is they don't have that evergreen consistent. And I knew Solomon was evergreen. GRN is evergreen. You sell that for 5. You can sell. I've been selling the same access for 6 or 7 years. Doesn't need to be reinvented. Doesn't need to get hot. Doesn't need. It's just steady. Solomon hasn't changed a letter or word in 3 or 4 years. Sells. It's been selling for it. So that was the big thing, because then you could just focus on marketing instead of creating a bunch of crap. So anyway, but I literally came to, I had no intention to, get invited to be an owner or partake. I had no agenda to get my products back there. Although I thought that might be an intuitive answer. I didn't go in there for that. I went in there just for value. And, and then on the webinar, fateful webinar, they're like, well, what do you think? Like, you want to be you want to own this with us? I'm like, don't own it. And I was like, not really. But here we are. But the whole thing is value. The whole thing, all I came to the floor with is I just simply want to provide whatever I can, I want to bring. And that's the best, that's all we can do. To do the best, But that's value in reciprocity. The point is reciprocity. When you sow a seed, you get a seed back, right? Jim Rohn talks about you sow a piece of corn, you get a piece of corn back, you get a stalk of corn with a bunch of corn heads on it. It's really a good deal. That's how God sets the thing up. So one, you get back a whole bunch. So a seed, an apple, you get an apple tree. It's a good deal. It's a good deal. So that's the way the world is designed.
I have a question.
Let's go.
I've heard that you're recruiting like 18 or send 18 hours a day the messages out. Now I imagine I want to be there for the people if I really created this relationship. So how do we handle 50, let's say it's only 50 people per month, and 50 people another month? And
create a Facebook group and put them in there and look after them that way.
Yeah, for the ILM stuff, but basically before they join, it's not just like pretending they're friends, they hit you up later on. I haven't done that strategy that intense like you, but I realized I tried to really connect to people that there could be some kind of connection, some real connection, to get attention. I really created real relationships. They haven't joined ILN so far. But the thing is, then you hang out with them like for 45 minutes or something, you get on Facebook and they I have a nice chat, but it doesn't really help me. It's not efficient. And there's people who maybe don't use their time that efficiently. And so I think if I had 40 of those hitting me up like weekly, I know it's incredibly time consuming, and especially if you want to keep it alive, this content. That's my challenge.
But it may not help like right up front is what he's saying. But over time, if you just continue to pump value to them and give them a little bit here, a little bit there, keep going, they'll eventually come around and see what's happening.
So does this strategy work? Because I can see it work with 23 years old and younger, because they're hungry, ambitious, eager. They haven't been jaded by the world.
More of a younger crowd, yeah.
But does over 23, does it work like, hey, let's be friends? I don't know. Tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah. People who sport
Yeah.
And yeah, so I've picked up a lot of.
Okay. And it works with,
And they're all, you know, professional people. They're all working with marketing.
is there more than, I mean, does it work with all those?
Any age.
Yeah.
Any age.
Any age, yeah.
Works for anybody, there's no age restrictions on that side.
So you're friending them and putting them right away into your Facebook.
No, never just randomly add people to Facebook, and people hate that. Yeah. Always ask them first. Always ask them.
Could we get to answer that question again a little louder?
Yeah, we can hear it back here. You were saying how you are messaging people, maybe.
The question on the floor, does it work with the 40-somethings?
Yeah, the older
Somebody
crowd.
said something. we could-
Yeah, so basically it's those exact strategy. But my graph search was people who were in another business. There's actually several frustrated network marketers groups. And yeah, so basically looking at people who have potentially had invested heavily into another business.
Disempowered network.
Yeah.
They have their own Facebook page now.
Yeah.
Disgruntled Empower Network piece.
Disgruntled network.
One of these people is a couple who lives. an
David
hour
and I
away
were
from
just
me,
texting,
so
yeah.
They'd invested 30 grand into Disempowered Network. 30 grand, including flights.
Okay, I am not coining that phrase just for the record. You guys are.
It's okay, we got it on camera now. Yeah, and so they've been through several opportunities, invested heavily into that, and had effectively quit online marketing because that was their last attempt at trying to do something. And then I dropped this 7-day free trial and 30-day guarantee, and they're going, oh, you know what? Well, we could probably have one more crack at this.
So are you actually getting involved in the group, or are you actually sending them a message like, hey, you want to be my friend? Because there are some people that are like,
Yeah, no, it's the way that I approached it. I actually went to Seattle to catch up with some other online marketing colleagues and happened to be at their recent conference, more as a recruiting thing than anything else. But
Sly little look.
I gotcha.
yeah, you know.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And so it was one thing that I find is you can't just copy paste. It's got to be really personal.
Yeah, guys, I've seen so many people going through my training and just copying exactly what I'm saying. Do not do that. That is not going to work. You need to add your own personality to it.
You are not from the UK.
If you don't add your own personality, people will tell over Facebook that it's not you. I know that might sound a little bit weird, but that is true. You need to add your own personality. Do not copy exactly what I say, because it will not work. Just take what I say in the training and just put your own twist on it. It's not difficult. There's nothing hard about it. Put your personality into the message and go from there. And just save that message and just use it all the time.
Is this Facebook group that you're doing, like, you build a relationship and then you say, you
Yeah,
want to
it's
join my Facebook group, is before they joined ILN? Or?
Yeah, because
Okay.
I've got one Facebook group where I'm just dropping an insane amount of value, and people come into that, it's like, whoa. I mean, from there, you give value, boom.
Well, was it Vince who said you just use the word "hey" and just makes it more personal? Because I've been using "hey" and it's a lot more people responding.
Vincent said that.
Yeah, Vince, I think. Yeah.
I see a lot of people that struggle with, like, what do I say? Like, once the conversation's flowing.
That's what I'm
saying. Say Vincent says something to me, I don't take 10 minutes out to think about what is it, what's the best thing to say back to him. Just let it come from inside. Just let it flow. Don't think about it. Just you speak the message and go. Go before your heart tells you.
That's
really.
see, that's the biggest question, and that's what I was waiting to get at, because I know I'm hearing it out there is, what do I say? And people are stuck. Like, I would have someone send me a message, one of my team members, like, oh my God, I got this guy, and he asked me a question, and I froze. I'm like, just flow with it.
Yeah.
Be you. But see, the thing is, a person can detect when you're greedy for money. You have to have fun with Facebook, just have fun with it. Because they're gonna detect, like, oh my God, he's greedy, and you start posting and going at the person. Slow down, take it easy, and it works. It works for any age. Graph search works for any age and the volume. I mean, Vincent tells us, copy, paste from his page. He gives you authority to do it. And it bothers me to hear someone pretty much give you something or give us something and said, you have the right to go to my page, copy my status if you don't have something to come up with and put it on your page. Don't share it. Because people will tell you're a share freak. Because I've seen a lot of folks doing and they keep sharing, and you look at their likes, nothing. One, maybe two, just copy paste. Then eventually you develop your own volume. And I give some secret where people look at it and like, just Google something and rewrite it. Simple. If you want to talk about energy levels or life expectancy, or just Google life expectancy. Took it, rewrite it, and post it. You think people are going to go find it? Dr. Google.
One thing on that, John Vincent does say copy and paste from his page. Just look at what he says and write your own version. I wouldn't recommend copy and pasting it. I would do it. I'd definitely add your own personality. If it's your profile, you want to keep you out there. Do your profile, what you think, put it out.
So the Facebook groups that you created, like something maybe like whatever niche it is, sometimes collaborative.
Well, the one I use is just lifestyle freedom with ASF. That's the only group I use, and then all my team members can leverage that. And if you guys like got your own teams going on, like Jerry and all that, just create your own group. And maybe Vincent will create a link for you, and then just get all your team members to use that, and just get everyone, dropping value, and then leverage each other. Yeah, that's a good strategy. That's what I've been working with recently. I know a few other Maverick guys have been doing it, and they've been crushing it with that.
You're constantly relying on your wall posts that you're providing value on Facebook.
Yeah, because the thing with Facebook, it's only like 3% or something when you start out. When you do Facebook posts, it's only 3% of your friends will actually see your post. In a Facebook group, people are notified unless they turn off notifications. So people will stand a better chance of seeing your post in a Facebook group.
But you built your success before doing the groups, didn't you?
Yeah.
That was without groups, what you've done.
Yeah, I mean, that strategy doesn't work unless you have a team. That's why I created a link for their team and I created a link for another team. Because they had like 200 members in the group. So if you don't have leverage like they do, then you just utilize our Facebook group. Because then you got immediate social credibility, immediate action. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like the difference.
And I think if I was brand new, like brand new, and I was an IOM, I would see people that were doing something. I wouldn't care if they're on my team or not or whatever. Your story, okay? So you're on Jerry's team. I would say, hey bro, I do little 3 minutes, kind of like what's hot, who's hot, what's hot, whatever I call it, something like that. And then I just say, hey, I'm on with you. You just did this solo ad. Who is the vendor? Blah, blah, blah. And I'd wrap it up and say, hey, feel free to reach out to you. Feel free to reach out to me. Thanks for watching. I hope you get some value. Hit me up. And I leverage you. And you could leverage that video too. As long as you keep it kind of linkish free. People really want that. That's curious. Like I don't, and obviously it's cheating. My name gets thrown out there a lot, but I'll have 600, 700 friend requests at a time. I don't know, I check I'll have 180 private messages, and a lot of them are real people. Probably have some look at those. but I don't seek it at all. Not granted, it's not normal. That's not normal. It's my name gets thrown out with all this stuff. But I would just leverage other stories. Like I would do little interviews. Dee Elkowin did that. She would interview just anybody she could, and then that's how she built her brand. There's a guy, I don't know, Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, but that's all he did. He interviewed other people. He had no success of his own to speak of at all. By the end, he consulted with all the living presidents after he ascended. He had a couple, 3 Rolls Royces. He had a guest house that slept 40 up in, I think it was Rhode Island or right around the East Coast. His guest house slept 40, his main house slept more. If he had a barbecue one time, 3,000 people showed up to his barbecue. He thought there'd be 300. He was arguably one of the most powerful men in America at the time. And it all started from interviewing successful people. So so what I'm saying is it's a win for you to get exposure, to be interviewed by anybody. It's an honor. I took every interview I could when I was like, people were like, yeah, what are you? And then cares, I'll do it. Just free exposure, free exposure. So that's what I do. I just be like, my profile would just be like, hey, if you watch this guy's profile, it's just simple value. It's not arrogant rants about live your dreams or, you know, die trying. You can do those things, those are okay. You can do your passive aggressive, you know, obscure quotes of other people instead of just addressing them. You know, you can make Facebook your little bitch and be a retard all you want. Okay? All you want. Or you can just provide endless value, and there's so much value to share. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. How many stories, if you interviewed somebody, boom. Let's say you haven't had a big success yet, Lori. I'd interview and I'd say, Lori, here's a short story. Everybody, Lori, she worked for 20 years at or whatever it was, Audi? A Land Rover, Range Rover, not Land Rover, whatever. Packed it up. Pursuing the internet lifestyle right now. Tell us, number one, why you did it. Number two, how did you do it? And you just say, here's what I did. And then I would end, I said, you know what? And what's been your greatest success so far? And you say, you know, I've grown this list, it's really cool. Had some experience, I've been around this and that and the other thing. Would you do that interview with somebody? It'd be good for her. And it'd be good for the interview. And hey, you're an inspiration to all of us. Keep going. That's all I do. That's the content. A lot of you are thinking like, you know, content and all this stuff. I would just interview anybody who's doing anything at all. If they made one apprentice sale, I'd interview them. How did it happen? I emailed my aunt. She felt bad for me and bought. Good for you, bro.
That's a good one.
You know? And I'd let her be. Seriously. But that's just theory. I don't know if that work. Sounds like it would, though. Wouldn't it? I'd like to see some. What else about Facebook do we need to know today, Fraser?
Who wants to know what the best kind of Facebook post is?
Definitely.
Yes.
Team content. Now this doesn't mean it has to be your direct team. It can be anyone in Ireland that's hitting any kind of milestone. You know, it could be, you know, they've got in, or they've never had any success before. They come into Ireland within the first couple of days, you get, you know, the first sale. Anything like that. Because all it shows when you're posting constant success on your profile, that just draws people in. It's like there's so much success going on, like in this community, this like whoever's profile is, you know, and they want to be part of that. You've got to create that like energy of success, and people will want to be in there, and then they'll come to you, give me your link. So just recognize any kind of success that's going on in your personal team, you know, or in ILN in general, and just put it out there. You can do it on Facebook, you can do a video on it, put your video on Facebook, and that's another thing, guys. If you're not doing, who's doing videos? Who's not doing videos? Okay, well, videos are the best.
Get yourself in trouble over there.
Videos are the best way to build a relationship because people can see you, who you are, what your personality is like. And if that's one thing I've got convincing. If you want to be a major success in this industry, you're going to have to do videos. I can't think of one successful person in business or whatever that hasn't put their face out there. It doesn't have to be a video, it could be on TV. You've got to do videos.
Powerful. Very powerful. And the more you do, the more comfortable you get. You want to get, here's the goal with video, you want to get to the natural voice. And so I've talked with people many times and they'll talk with me and I'll say, you know, the way what you just shared with me, I wish that was on a video because the video I hear is your voice is kind of tinny like this and then you try to enunciate things when you think you're a third grade teacher and you lose the natural voice. So you want to be like me in person and me on video. I don't think there's any gap. There's just no gap, you know? And I've done that deliberately because it's hard. I don't want to like be under the toil of trying to be somebody I'm not. That'd be I just wouldn't want to be that anyway. So like when you listen to Solomon CEO, it's just like I'm talking right now. It's not different. So that's how you want to get to, you want your natural voice. I got good pretty fast. I gotta get pretty fast.
Well, you were a youth pastor.
But yeah, I was a youth pastor, so I was in stage, and I would do church announcements, and I was so horrible. And I would sweat, I'd get off the stage, and it'd be like 200, 300 people, and I'd say like, the potluck is today. 2 o'clock. And I'd get off, and the senior pastor would call me into his office, read me he'd read me emails, and he'd say, you know, we traveled from Brainerd to come to church today for the first time, and the first person that we met was this young man who fumbles up. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't represent Christ honorably up there because he's so stumbly and all this stuff. And I'm sitting there sweating, and then I go back up there again, and I'm just as bad. Then I go back again. So I was.
How many years between then?
You know, I just kept teaching. I kept getting up on that. Kept getting up on stage. By the end of my 2 years there, and I'm not kidding, people would come up to me and they'd say, we literally travel 45 minutes to get here. And I got you know, I got so good that when I showed up, like the whole congregation just went, all right, something awesome. And also I was like, the potluck is coming today. I just got really good, but I was willing to be, I don't even know what was driving me. I was stupid. I kept going up there, I don't know. No one else would go up there. And I realized I was it, because I was the best looking one of the bad. So I had to throw somebody up there. And I realized I wasn't going to get out of this thing, no matter how, because I was still better than everyone else. Everyone saw. So, but eventually I got in, you know, and then I just kept in that world. So I was teaching in front of kids and parents, like Tuesday nights, Thursday nights, Sundays twice, announcements. I spent hours and hours and hours. Like people, I don't get, I mean, as you can maybe tell, I'm not too nervous, right? But endless. And then the videos, I just done endless videos, endless webinars.
But how long would you say it would take for like a new person? How many videos should it be? And I know we do the 100-day video challenge with Ireland.
You know, I think that helps. Okay. But you know, if it was a 100-day video challenge, just what if you did 3 a day? Mm-hmm. Now it took 33 days to get what most people take 100 days to get. So you're collapsing all that time. So why not do that instead? That's what I did. You know, I spent more in pay-per-click than everyone else. I wanted to learn it fast. It doesn't take as long to learn as you think. So you just want to collapse the time. Always about collapsing the time. So I'd say with video, just keep shooting them until you get to your natural voice. But if you at least know that's the goal, see now you know more than 99%. 99% of people don't know that's where you want to go.
Well, how long did it take you to get comfortable seeing yourself on video?
Oh, I was playing comfy.
Okay.
I screw up looking in the mirror a lot.
Right.
So I didn't grow up with a lot of self-image stuff.
Okay.
Very honest.
Right.
You know, so I grew up. People grow up with different levels of experience. So when I was in 6th grade, like my teachers were like, Mark, you know, and like a teacher, you know, public school teacher, not like genius, but a good person, not an idiot, college educated, whatever. Like, you know, Mark, I think you could be president of our country. I grew up with that kind of stuff. So, you know, owning and being an internet guy is a letdown to some of my early teachers and coaches. They thought I could stuff a lot more than this, right? So, you know, but my point is, you know, that doesn't matter. I grew up with that kind of like, you're a child of promise. There's something very special. Yeah? So I didn't deal with self-image things where there's the other things where the parents are like, you know, are you still talking again? Yeah. You know, be quiet, or you're ugly. Kids didn't tease me, right? I tease kids. So I was just that guy. So yeah, that does really factor in. And so you need to know, like, you are beautiful. Right. And some people don't know they're beautiful. And I had my dad, you know, come at night, I love you, right? Over and over. People telling me you're beautiful. So I didn't grow up with those issues, which you need to know. You deserve to know that you look, however you look perfect. Right? You really do. You don't, so a lot of it's just, I don't like the way my nose looks, I can't do it. I don't like the way this looks, I don't like the way that looks, I don't like the way this. And sometimes what you can fix, if you can't fix them, fix them. I do bald right now. This is all transplanted from the back of my head. All of it. Probably $25,000 worth of hair transplant. People
And you
spend
still wear a
20
hat.
And I still wear it.
Always
And but I want it and in my worldview, people spend 25 grand on a new deck or on a new pavement for their garage, and this is the gateway to my money right here. And I just thought I'm just do a little $25,000 remodel. Right? No big deal. Not a big deal. That's just what I want. I just do what I want. I don't give a crap. So if you don't like the way you look, you can do something. You can try a little Botox. I did a little Botox once, and it was kind of cool. My body metabolized it right away. I was like, this is going to be $400 a month. I'm probably not going to do this. This thing's not going to work out. But Shannon and Shannon, beautiful. Image-wise, we want to look really well. We feel better about ourselves. We have better sex when we're more attracted to each other. You want to turn yourself on. But my point is, all these things are really important. And when it comes to video, a lot of it's just how comfortable are you with yourself. You know what I mean? So whatever that takes, do it. I just got my teeth whitened, right? Get my little facial thing going on. And, do my colon cleanse, horror story, which is now going viral. But I'll say, I can look in the camera, and I don't have bloodshot eyes usually, and I know that I'm prepared. I take this serious. I take this image thing pretty damn serious. And it's paid. So. Some of you, wherever you're at, lose 25 pounds. That could be so powerful. Just the transformation of the 25 pounds. Because what people want courage. They want to see people move. And I remember Toby and Layla, when they really skyrocketed, Layla dropped 20, 30, 40 pounds. And it was like, that story, she was pressing it. People were like, yes. That's why Visalis just went up to the sky, right? And all this courage that people were doing to take their body, and then they were using it to make money. So close. But with the video thing, okay, that was a big divergent self-esteem conversation. But some people, if you don't feel good about looking at yourself, you're never going to get a good video. Because you know what I mean? You don't like to smile because you think your teeth, I got this weird tooth thing. Then you're not going to smile, you're going to do this. You don't like the way your hair is. It's just, someone teaches you in 5th grade and you haven't got it. It's good news knowledge. Still heard about that. So anyway, I don't know, I feel like we got some value going on. I feel like maybe there's some basketball reenactors that are required in rock and roll. Tomorrow, this hike, let me tell you about this hike. This is, I'm going to tell you that I took a bunch of 20-year-olds, like Matt, stand up, Michael, stand up. So I took, this was the normal sum scoop of the guys that were put up there. And I wouldn't say it was it was still semi-challenging. I mean, it was sweat. It wasn't a crazy easy.
You weren't running up the hill.
They weren't running. It wasn't a pleasure cruise. It was a little bit of a march. Okay. Yeah, consider that. So, based on that segment, I'm telling you that this will be a challenge for us. And if you have a heart condition, you shouldn't do it. There is a couple spots you could actually fall in. That one rock thing. Yeah. That's you know what I'm saying? Kind of dangerous. I mean, but
Sound way more level.
you know what? On record, it is fake. It is. But it's pretty dangerous. But here's the thing: I do promise you that a good breakfast, and some water, and if you're comfortable, you get up there, you get to the top, you'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. But again, if you haven't done cardio in a while, that kind of stuff is not stretched out, it might not be worth it. Because that's, I don't know, Matt, you're gonna carry anyone down that, yes. On your back, first. So this hike, like I said, there's moments of steep, most of it's just kind of gradual. But then it gets a little gnarly there at the end.
There's just a bunch of false summits.
Oh yeah, you're gonna emotionally crush yourself, because you think, oh, we're at the top. And, here's what a false summit is from a visual. If the trail is here, and then the hill goes like this, and you're like, oh my gosh, and then you couldn't see that it went like that. And then you get there, and it doesn't let you see that, and it just kind of keeps happening. So those are called false summits, and your business will happen. And I keep having them over and over. I think I'm at the top, and then I get there, I'm like, oh no, I didn't know that next peak was up there. So it's kind of like my life is a living false summit. But the hike, it's going to be worth it. So my question is, it's totally cool. And for those that don't go, I think it'd be cool if you guys either did some ultra reading, if you got some books together, and anyone knows ultra reading can do that. Do a mastermind, play disc golf. The coffee shop might be open, but it's going to be kind of like make your volleyball. There's all sorts of things you can do. There's game room, you know what I'm saying. But this getting up, I mean, Matt, what do you think it's going to take this crowd to get up?
I don't know.
Michael,
How many miles? I would say between a half hour to an hour to be fair, but like 45 minutes maybe.
okay. So I'm gonna think it's an hour and 20.
Yeah.
Just say an hour and 20.
And I would definitely bring a jacket on the way up, because up there it gets chillier, especially since tomorrow the weather's supposed to drop to 61 supposedly. They totally lied today, but
And some water.
Water.
But literally, it's not a depth one. Okay, so I want to like.
It was a beautiful hike. It's a beautiful hike.
It's a beautiful hike. It's, I'm just saying. Okay, does everybody hear me? I'm just like, I want to condition this thing properly, and then you're gonna do it. And it's gonna be like, Mark, you're a horrible salesman. It's way easier. But you're gonna get up there, and then we're gonna chat for a little bit. Then we're gonna come down. Most people get hurt coming down. Because a lot of gravity seems to be, excellent. But anyway, then we'll eat, and you'll be hungry, and it'll be you'll want to be done with it.
So that was
What time is that? 9 a.m. We're meeting right here in the trail sector. Right up.
Yeah.
So my question is, who's game to go on this hike? Don't worry if you're not. Coming out of the hike. Like I said, it's a 2-hour cardio workout. But and the other thing is, you can pause, catch your breath. It's cool. I think there's something awesome about summiting a month early. So I think there's a good crack. So know that. That's all I got. Distance, I don't.
I'd say a mile.
Maybe.
That's
That's kind of a
That's it?
kind of a uppy. It's like a mile that goes this way. That's all I got. Other than that, maybe light a fire or what?
Sounds good.
Matthew, you want to light that fire? Maybe some other fire starter. You got a little too nervous. You got a little too excited.